Welcome back, everybody. Air travel and weather go together like peanut butter and jelly, or sometimes, unfortunately, oil and water.
Yeah, in aviation's early days, our knowledge of weather was really limited. Meteorologist Allison Rogers explains how Wilmington, Ohio, played a big role in changing that.
It's hard to imagine a time when air travel was a new concept, but during that same time, we also didn't understand the inner workings of thunderstorms until Congress stepped in with the Thunderstorm Project.
Thunderstorm Research Phase 2.
The year was 1945. The science of our weather, specifically thunderstorms and their impact on a thriving new era of aviation, was a key focus in our nation's capital.
They knew that it could lead to accidents when planes would encounter thunderstorms. And there were, leading up to World War II in the early 40s, there were a number of pretty significant high-profile thunderstorm plane crashes.
Meteorologist Mike Kurz with the National Weather Service tells me pilots who returned home from the war were given new orders from Congress: fly directly into storms. The mission would be aptly called the Thunderstorm Project.
This project was so important to Congress and the War Department at the time that it was such a high priority, it ranked only second to the atomic bomb test.
Kurz says the project was America's first large-scale scientific study mandated by Congress. In 1946, pilots flew into storms in Florida and then did the same thing the following year in Wilmington, right here in Ohio.
They were flying these planes right into the storms, trying to make as many passes as possible, and ultimately just trying to leave the controls, untouched as much as possible. They could basically use their plane as an instrument itself to be carried up in the updrafts and fall down through the downdrafts.
One of those pilots was Robert James McQuilkin. His daughter Emma describes him as humble, intelligent, funny, and a gentle soul. Until recently, she didn't know about the project. Then her brother stumbled upon this video and saw him in it.
It just made me realize how brave these men had to be to deliberately fly into these dangerous thunderstorms to benefit the future of meteorology and aviation safety.
Now do a 180-degree turn and fly reciprocal you're heading to re-enter the storm.
Data the planes collected, as well as weather balloon observations, was then analyzed by hand. It's what today's budding meteorologists now know as the life cycle of thunderstorms.
When I took meteorology, and maybe the same for you, we learned about thunderstorms. We learned about the three stages, the development, the mature, and the dissipating stage of thunderstorms. But we had no idea where that stemmed from. That wasn't really relayed to us, the history behind it. But it all stemmed from this project that took place over the skies in Wilmington. To me, they're heroes. I mean, you look at what they went through and people don't realize what they put on. They put their lives on the line to try to study these storms.
Extremely proud of my dad. Me and my brother both.
One of the planes used, a P-61C, sits on display at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force outside of Dayton. Thanks to Mike Kurz and another meteorologist from the Wilmington National Weather Service office, an Ohio historical marker has been placed near the former site of the Clinton County Army Air Force Base. Emma says she wishes her dad was still around to see it. Allison Rogers, WLWT News 5.
Allison, thank you.